Alrighty, guys, so today was a mixed bag in the markets all over the place. The S&P was one direction, NASDAQ, Russell, all over the place. So we got to break down what's going on in these markets. I want to also take a look at some stocks on my watch list. And of course, we got to break down Bitcoin and Ethereum. So sit back, relax, take a sip of, in this case, we got some water, take a drink of whatever you guys got on this beautiful Friday evening. And with that being said, and oh, by the way, I forgot. Don't forget to get your 10 stocks from Moomoo. 10 stocks, each up to $2,500, link down below. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So check it out. Again, mixed bag day today. We had the Dow up 0.25%. The Russell went up 0.8% as the NASDAQ went down 0.8%. And we had the S&P down about 0.1%. The VIX went down what did it go down? 1.3%. Wow, so volatility died down today as we had gold down 0.8% and silver down 1.3%. And in a couple of minutes, if I could talk today, guys, we're going to take a look at some crypto and we're going to break down Ethereum and Bitcoin, which last I checked, Ethereum was over 1,700 and Bitcoin was right around 23, something like that, 23,000. So let's dive into the video. What we're noticing here is SPY closed right around 413, which if you guys have been watching my videos, that is a good sign for the bulls, right? We've been talking about 413, and I've said many times, if we hold above that point and close above it, that's good for the bulls. And lo and behold, that's what we ended up doing today. And what we're noticing here on the hourly chart is, number one, we have kind of an ascending triangle playing out. In the past couple of days of trading, 1, 2, 3 in particular, we've been struggling at about 416. And in the past couple of weeks, you guys know we've been making higher lows. So we're in this triangle, clearly, as you all can see. So my alert is set at 416 for next week. If we end up making a move past the highs, let's say from this morning in the pre-market about 415, and then we crack above the highs from yesterday, 416, then we're going to see that triangle play out. And the next gap to the upside is probably about $430. I mean, not including 418, 420. Past that, we're probably going to be going towards 430. So triple Q, let's see how that ended up closing. We can see this went down, like I mentioned, 0.8% roughly. And this is still looking pretty bullish to me. You know, we pulled back a little bit today, which makes sense considering it's run up so much in the past couple of weeks. And it looks like we closed above the 50 SMA, $320 a share. We're holding above the highs from, when was this? The end of May, early June. You know, we're holding that level, 318, 320 as support. This looks good, guys, even though it ended up pulling back on the day. This still looks pretty strong from a bullish perspective. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's pull up crude oil and see where that where that ended up closing. Let me get some water, guys. Cheers, by the way. Crude oil is at 88.50 right now. This thing keeps going down, down, and down. I mean, have you not noticed gas prices? I'm not sure where you guys are. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from and what the average is in your area. That's actually a good question. I want to know, what's the average in your area? Here in Jersey, where I'm from, New Jersey, it is about, last I checked, $4.19. And that was earlier when I was driving around. I saw it. I actually saw a place where it was at $4.09. a gallon for regular, by the way. This is for regular. So, yeah, let me know in the comments where you're from, what the gas prices are. But here, they peaked at about, I'd say, a little over $5. And now we're down a whole dollar pretty much, which is good. But in the grand scheme of things, gas is still very high. Keep that in mind. It's still very high, even though it's come down here in New Jersey about 20% or whatever that is, from $5 to $4. So, well, I guess that is 20%, right? So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? I mean, oil is it's taking a hit, and if we do take out 88 on the downside here, by the looks of it, low 80s is the next gap. We could end up going to the lows here from the beginning of February. That's actually the end of January at about $81, $82 a share. That's where this could be going. So, yeah, I mean, it's getting ugly. This has been selling off the past couple of weeks. Really, it's been for a good about 2 months at this point as the markets have been coming back, right? If I pull up triple Q, I mean, it's not completely correlated, but as the market, I guess it kind of is, right? The market started coming back in the middle of June. Notice that. Triple Q went from 270 to about 325, where it is now 320. That was from the middle of June up until now. look at where crude oil started to sell off, guys, right in the middle of June, literally the same day as Triple Q and the S&P 500, they ended up reversing. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If we start getting a big move in oil again, I don't know. I mean, if things happen the way they did before in the past couple of weeks, months, we might get a reversal to the downside in the stock market. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure to subscribe as well. It really helps me out overall in the YouTube algorithm, the good old YouTube algorithm, which it's tough, man. The YouTube algorithm is a tough cookie. So you got to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, let's talk about some stocks now. Let's break down some on my watch list here. Then we'll go over some that I'm looking at maybe that didn't do so well today. We'll talk about the strong ones first, then we'll talk about the ones that didn't do so well today. So Beyond Meat ran up 21%, which is just crazy. I mean, in just one day, it ran up 21%, and it's right now by the $38, $40 resistance from about last week, or when was that? From the middle end of July. So I'm going to set my alert markers that were above $40 on Beyond Meat. We'll see what happens at that point. If that runs, if we break past that, mid-50s, low 50s. I know it's crazy, but we're looking at the gaps here. 53, we're talking $50. This is where Beyond Meat could be going. Watch out for it, BYND. And mind you, this is a very risky stock, one of the more risky ones that I talk about here on the channel, but we got to watch it. AMC is another one. AMC ran up 18% on the day, completely breaking out. And did we get a piece of news this morning? Where was that last night? Oh, yeah, it was the earnings. That's right. They reported earnings. The stock is shooting up. Are they doing a share, something with the shares I was reading? They declared a special dividend. Maybe we'll talk about that in a separate video. What do you guys think about that? So AMC ran up a lot. Coinbase is pulling back a little bit. You guys saw the news with BlackRock, and you can see it shot up all the way to about 116 on that news. Now it's at 93. Like expected, it's pulling back. It's down 20%, which is funny. And, if you guys, and the reason why it's funny is because you guys know the textbook definition of a bear market. It's down 20%. Well, it's down 20% in about a day or two, even though it's still up massively. So technically, I guess it's in a bear market, technically, and it's at $93. And for me, guys, I'd be more interested if this were to come down, which is possible. And mind you, we have earnings coming up next week on Coinbase on the 9th, which is on Tuesday or something like that. Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days. If earnings come up, they do well, hey, it's going to be one of those that's going to be rocky. And like I say with all the earnings plays, guys, I'm not going to gamble on a stock through earnings, even if it means I miss the move. Whatever. I said this on Amazon, and I missed the move on Amazon, and it's all good because I've been in many earnings plays before where I put money in, gambling, lost. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done losing money, guys, so this is a rule I made for myself. And all the OG viewers know, if you've been watching my channel for a couple of years, I mean, I've been saying this forever. This is nothing new. I don't really say it much anymore, but during earnings season, I like to remind myself to mention that because I feel like it's important because a lot of people get suckered into these penny stock chats or, these not even pump chats. They're these chats that really promote just gambling on earnings with options, doing puts, calls. I mean, sure, you could hit big on some of those, but trust me, you could lose on a lot of them. And for most people, guys, they hit a couple big wins, then they go all in, they wipe out their entire account. I mean, that's happened time and time again with people with options. And for me, I've actually never blown up an account using options, I'll be honest, but I've lost a lot of money doing options for sure, but I've never had a huge blow up on an account, meaning bringing it up to a huge amount of money and then having that go to zero. Thankfully. I mean, I don't want that. I don't wish that on anybody, but some people with the trades they're making, they're asking for it. Just saying. Take that for what you will. So with that being said, guys, Coinbase, I want to see it come down probably to 80, 85. Maybe 86. We'll see. 88 even. I'd consider it. So this is interesting. And of course, I'm going to wait till after earnings, and we'll see what it ends up doing. We're going to watch ticker symbol COIN. Let's see what else we have here. GameStop ended up moving on the day today, which is not surprising considering AMC completely broke out. And if we take a look here, if I remove this drawing set and then get a new channel here, give me a second, guys. If you see this, we're now at the top of the channel, like we were calling out a couple of days ago when we were not at the top of the channel, right, guys? So what are we noticing on AMC? AMC is completely blowing through the top of the channel, blow off top rally, if you will. GameStop, it's not there yet, but it could follow suit. It really could follow suit, especially, and mind you, look at this, guys, especially if we take the highs out from the end of July, which we closed right under them, about $40, $40.50. I'm telling you, if we take that out, I'm going to set my alert at, let's say, 41 for now. If 41 bucks breaks, there could be a huge move coming. Top of the channel, mid-40s, maybe even higher on GameStop. Look, GameStop a couple months ago, and this is split adjusted, obviously, but it's at 50 bucks now, or rather, it was at 50 bucks a couple months ago. That's where this could go. If this gets really, really hot, I'm telling you guys, that's where I could see this going. So, and mind you, with AMC, GameStop, you got to be careful with those. You know, these are stocks that you got to play. In my opinion, you could do whatever you want, but in my opinion, you got to play these with a small amount of money that you're willing to lose, whatever that is to you, whether it's $1,000, 10 million, which who knows? I don't know if anybody's watching this video with that amount of money that they're willing to gamble on a GameStop and AMC, but it's all relative to you, right, guys? So let's run through a couple red stocks here. Tesla did not do well. They did not do well today. They dropped 6%. And, oh, wait a second. They're doing a split, right? Did they announce that? When was that recently announced? Yeah, they approved it. 3-for-1 stock split. Yeah, that was today, right? I kind of missed that, guys. I was out of the loop for the latter half of the day today. But overall, I guess, I mean, yeah, it's down 6%. You know, it's and it makes sense. The technicals here show us that we're clearly in a downwards channel. We have been for months. I've been talking about that on Tesla, and we just got way too hot. I mean, there's got to be a point where it comes down, it pulls back, and what better time than a day like today when the overall markets are pretty much red. Large caps are not doing so well. You know, tech stocks are not doing so well, right? For the most part. Why not a day like today, Tesla comes down? And that's exactly what happened because it was overbought when we were seeing the markets ripping. You know, this got way overbought. We're talking 950. I mean, it was just that 775 end of July. It got all the way to 950 by the beginning of August, just yesterday. It's going to give guys 20% move in 7 days on a large cap, mega cap like Tesla. It's going to give, and that's what we're seeing. We got rejected at the top of the channel at a lower high. Look at that. Boom. You guys can see it if it lets me draw it. Here we go. We got rejected there. We got rejected here. We got rejected here. So you guys see we're now right by the 50 SMA. We're holding on by a thread at 865, 870. If this point breaks, if we break 860, guys, we're probably going back down to the mid-700s just like that. 775, 800, especially if the market weakness that we saw today bleeds into next week, which is totally possible. I mean, I'm not calling for that. You know, we're not there quite yet, in my opinion, but if we do start gapping under the moving averages on Triple Q and SPY, like I mentioned earlier in this video, hey, Tesla could be going back down to 750 like that, in my personal opinion. So with that being said, guys, how long are we in here? About 14 minutes. That's perfect. You know, it's a Friday night video. We don't want to run this too long. So with that being said, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button again for that good old YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my Patreon. Now's the best time to check it out, try it out, join. It's linked down below. It's early in the month, so if you want to cancel it, hey, you can cancel it and try the whole month out. And if you want to get your 10 stocks, free money for Moomoo with a $100 deposit, link down below. And you can get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great weekend. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.